Fuck me. That was dumb. All right, what's going on? It's your boy Burrow77. Good morning. My lights went out in my fucking studio. There's 6 goddamn games. Let's get this thing fucking jumping. Villa versus Wolves. We got Ollie Watkins starting. He was hot over the midweek on what? Wednesday? Tuesday they played. Scored some goals in Champions League. Still without Leon Bailey. Got Ramsey out there. Obviously, I like Tillemans. He's a guy who likes to jack for chicks from the midfield. We've seen Onana involved a pretty decent amount here as well, especially when it comes to set pieces. Still a little leaky a bit on the back line here for Villa. I do think Wolves can get one here. Villa's dealing with a pretty difficult travel. Wolves, Wang is available and on the bench, so I don't think he's fit enough to start the game, but he did come on as a sub last week. Kahua is playing decent. Belgrade's playing decent. Gomes is okay. I don't know. I like both teams to score in over 2.5 in this one. What do you got, like?
I think it's bold to think that Wolves might even score, because once I saw Hwang wasn't playing, and I was like, so is Cunha just going to take every fucking shot? People might rate Larson. We'll see which Larson shows up today to get that other goal for you. But, I don't have a whole lot of confidence here in Wolves. I think just taking Aston Villa money line and over 1.5 to get closer to that plus sign. I know it's still not going to get you there. It's probably sitting around minus 120. Maybe if you want to go with an Ollie Watkins win cast, and Ollie Watkins is going to stay hot. But I don't really see a way that Wolves is going to do anything to even really make this too competitive. I think Cunha is going to end up just sitting behind Larson and just taking maybe 4 or 5 shots.
For sure. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't super rate Emi Martinez. He's not the worst, but he's definitely not the best. Did you see that fucking thing going around where Arsenal fans are like, is David Raya the best fucking keeper on the entire planet?
Well, they watched him save a penalty kick, so.
Yeah. One double
We'll talk about how shit that penalty kick, or the fact that Lookman probably should have taken it, but.
Right. One double save, and all of a sudden Courtois is dead. Anyway, we'll keep it fucking moving. Liverpool versus Bournemouth. So whoever was asking about first half shots, yeah, I would probably look at Nunez because all he does is jack for chicks. And he's finally getting a start. I personally like Diaz. He's been on fire. He's been red hot. I like Diaz for a goal or maybe to score or assist. Sabitslai, really good distributor here. Mo Salah is Mo Salah. You guys all know what you're going to get. Didn't score in Champions League versus AC Milan. I think he pinged off the woodwork like 3 fucking times. McAllister will shoot from the midfield here. TAA is going to spam crosses and pull up a bit. Virgil van Dijk for a shot. Anytime it's between like minus 120 and or above, I like him just to take a single shot. Bournemouth playing some decent football. Simoino is probably the biggest volume shooter out of this front four. Terraviner had a nice first half for himself the other day and was pretty undervalued. Evan Nielsen missed a PK, which was a little bit of a shame, but he's got a shot on target in the first half pretty consistently. I don't have the numbers in front of me because it's dick early and I was busy making all 6 graphics for the morning. Look, it's not a shocker here. I think Poole win at Anfield. Can Bournemouth get a goal? Probably. I know Poole's had a pretty good defense, but I don't know. Midweek travel, you went over to Italy, right? They weren't hosting at Anfield, were they?
No, I was in Milan.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, midweek travel, you went over to Italy. I don't know. Bournemouth might be able to get one. I'm not super confident in it, though. I just like player props. I'd be targeting Simoino and Terraviner here, maybe even Evan Nielsen.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something nice about Bournemouth. Evan Nielsen will probably get a shot on target, minus 125. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I would look right at Darwin Nunez is probably one of the highest shot volume guys. What up, Enfran? Appreciate you tuning in, man. We got to keep it moving. We are getting into Leicester versus Everton. This is one of my favorite games on the board. I jumped on the over 2.5 here midweek. It's one of my top 5 plays of the weekend. I like Jamie Vardy. He's my golden boot for the week from 2FootTalk that we did on Wednesday night. Be sure to tune in with me and Leg every Wednesday. Get your weekend preview. Anyway, Jordan Ayew, I like him for shots. Maveldidi's been playing well, and Didi's been playing well. Winks is a walking fucking booking waiting to happen. Christensen's big as fuck and will occasionally shoot if they get set pieces from the back line. DCL looks like he's playing well. I'm assuming that this is a mistake. They're going to probably run a 4-4-2. It's Sean Dyche ball. Lump that shit in a fucking mixer and see what happens. Everton's been scoring early in the first half and then getting shit pumped by 3 goals in the second half. So yeah, I really like the over here. I locked it in at minus over 2.5, minus 115. I think there were some minus 110s on the board shortly after that. I don't know what it's at now, but I'd take it.
Funny enough, I'm being super petty and I took Leicester second half money line because I watch Everton play. So
that's pretty smart of you. I'm on Jamie Vardy anytime goal here, in the over 2.5. So that's where I'm at. Let's keep it fucking moving. Southampton versus Ipswich. I got fucking nothing for you. Archer's good.
I'm out.
Yeah, Archer's good. If you want to look at first half.
Somebody who's gonna miss penalty kicks, yeah. Thanks, Cameron Archer, you fucking dickhead. I had both teams to score.
Yep. Yeah, mad dickhead. But yeah, if you're looking for shot volume, that's the guy in this game, Cameron Archer. Keeping it fucking moving. We got Tottenham versus Brentford. I love both teams to score over 2.5 here. We know Tottenham has trouble keeping clean sheets. We know Brentford is really good at scoring goals, both home and away. And Buemo has been the guy to do it. That said, I do like Demsgaard. I like him to take a couple of shots. I like him to put a shot on target. Carvalho up here as well is another guy I like. But Mbuemo is kind of the guy driving the force forward and scoring a bunch of the goals here for Brentford. I don't hate a Solanke goal. You can get involved in Son. Madison needs to start doing more for me after signing that big contract and getting hurt. But Madison or Kulusevski, one of those guys is due for an assist for sure.
Yeah, I can agree with that one. I think Madison might even be good for a goal here. I do love both teams to score. I have it in a parlay, a really ridiculously long one that I'm sure I'll get to share with you guys later. Madison shot on target outside the box is another one I love taking. I'm actually looking at Mbuemo for to score assist. I got it at plus 150. I feel like he's constantly involved in any sort of attack. If Brentford's going to have any sort of success, he's great at pressing. He's good on the counter. So Tottenham, not so good on the counter. Don't know if you guys have been watching that.
Yeah, and definitely could use some help with set piece defense as well. Look, we can't get off of this game without talking a little bookings because Romero, Van der Veen, and Kulusevski and Bentancur all exist. Also, Porro, I don't know, that whole Tottenham, five there is pretty good for a booking. And
I'm literally going to log into my Bovada right now and just start putting in cards bets because I hit on Alvarez in the Chelsea game. And and West Ham hit their over on cards too.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of hacks here on Tottenham. We all know how high of a line they play. It's pretty easy to get them out of position and chasing your ass. So that they kind of have to give you more than a professional foul on occasion. I'm trying to pull up my fucking flash scores loading super slow.
Who's reffing this game, actually, before I do
That's what I'm trying to find out is who's reffing this game, and I also wanted to get you some stats on Mbuemo real quick. Brentford double chance at 2-1. I don't hate it. Tottenham really need to get a fucking result here. They really need a dub. I'm on both teams to score over 2.5. I put that in last night. I found it at minus 130 over on MGM. I saw 120 earlier in the week, didn't pull the trigger, was kind of kicking myself, and I saw minus 150 on some books. So I like both teams to score over 2.5 if you want to be involved in Brentford here. So, yeah, that's just where I'm at. Can Brentford pull off on the road draw? Possibly. I think Spurs Twitter will fucking melt down. I think the Premier League will completely lose their fucking mind. Caught Carlos Soler at 50-1 for a card in play just now. Good for you, brother.
I love to hear that one. John Brooks is reffing the game, and so far he has not even repped a Premier League match, but he's done the Championship and I think League One where he had 8 cards and then 7 cards. So.
Yeah, new ref. I like cards here as well. The other sneaky play I would throw in there is Demsgaard shot on target. I don't have time to look it up. We got to keep it moving here. So if I get time and my internet wants to cooperate, I'll try and pull some of these prices. But let's get through these games first, and then we can kind of circle back around to some stuff. And feel free to throw anything you want in the comments. We will look at them. Anyway, Fulham versus Newcastle. I do think Fulham gets a goal here at home. I know Leg's going to be on Newcastle. Isak has been playing well. I can look, there's a lot of firepower here on Newcastle. You got Barnes, Isak, Flash Gordon, Joel Linton. Trippier's back in. Is he still going to be on the majority of their set pieces? I know that he's been on the struggle bus for about, let's call it 11 months.
I genuinely don't know what they're going to do with that guy.
Char will occasionally shoot. He's been a little bit of a hack, too. He caught that red early, and I think he's already picked up another card. Iwobi's kind of a volume shooter here, along with Traore. ESR is a lot more clinical. I would look at his shot on target more than his shot volume. Pereira's taking your set pieces here, so if you're feeling cheeky, I don't hate his assists. He also is a good look for shot volume. Jimenez got on the score sheet. I can never figure out if that guy's like going to be good at football again. And like he does have a little legitimate excuse of completely fracturing his skull at Wolves, but it's been like, what, 2-3 years now? So I don't know.
I'm not giving him that excuse anymore. I still remember when people were trying to say that his ceiling is Real Madrid or Barcelona. And I was like, are we watching the same fucking guy? So I'm on Newcastle money line. I think Isak goal is just kind of an easy pick now at this point because he looks fantastic. He might not be always putting him away, but he is always dangerous. I love that they're finally playing Gordon and Harvey Barnes at the same time. God only knows why Murphy was starting so often.
Yeah.
Joey Willock, my fucking dog, is getting the start. So what I think is going to happen is that we're going to see more of either a double pivot of Joelinton and Guimaraes going back, and then Willock is going to move more forward, or Joelinton and Willock are going to be free roaming up and down their sides, and Guimaraes is going to drop in. Either way, I see Joey Willock getting forward, so I took him for a shot on target. It's got a plus sign next to it. I think Gordon or Barnes are good shots for it to score assists as well.
Nice. I like it.
Also, I don't know who this Kelly bull is, but the fact that Livramento isn't starting when, like, it should be a pretty easy pick. Do not play Kraft. Do not play Hall. I don't know who Kelly is. He can earn his stripes, I guess, here, but why the fuck isn't Livramento playing? Also, I took Anthony Robinson to just attempt a shot at plus 180. That's another one I love.
Nice. Yeah. Anybody just to take a shot at plus 180 is probably pretty solid, especially if he's on the radar. Leg, I appreciate you joining me as always. I'm sorry I was a dickhead when I was texting you, but for some reason, people decided it was time to blow up my phone at like 8:47 this morning. And it's not just my group chat was blown up too. And I'm like, guys, I can't take screenshots on my phone and email shit to myself to make graphics if y'all keep texting me. So was getting a little close to the wire here, but we did get to the show on time, which is all that matters. So that is the 6-game slate. We did kind of basically say, fuck this Southampton Ipswich game. Who really cares? But yeah, I would say my favorite games of the morning of the slate are Leicester, Everton. I think there's a bunch of goals here. I think there's a lot of money to be made, and some player props you can target here for sure. I think that Tottenham, Brentford is a nice little money maker. I think we get both teams to score over 2.5 here. And those are probably my two favorite. And then I'd go to Fulham Newcastle because I do think there's some pretty good money to be made here. I think Newcastle is a little bit better on the road than this number implies. Plus 150 on the money line seems kind of high. And I really do like a Newcastle team total on the road here too. I'm pulling that up real quick. Look, if you don't want to get involved in their money line at plus 150, I can definitely get involved in their over 1.5 team goals at plus 105. Just taking a look at this lineup with Gordon, Isak, Barnes, Joelinton, and even Trippier. I know legs high on Willock. I haven't seen as much of him, but it's a high-powered offense. I think Newcastle can definitely net 2 here. And at plus money at plus 105, I like that. I also don't think Fulham's going to get shut out at home here. So I would be kind of looking at ESR to score assist. I think he's been on the score sheet at least twice in 4 games. I like Traore as your volume shooter here, or Iwobi. Jimenez, I guess, I don't know. I just don't see him getting as much volume. I like the attack from the wings here by Fulham more than trying to go up the middle.
Who's reffing this game? Because the more I look at this Fulham lineup, the more it kind of makes me want to take their team total on cards. Because I'm looking at Pereira, I'm looking at Robinson, I'm looking at Anderson, Tete. I watch only on. This guy might get a red card. So good luck dealing with Harvey Barnes. Dude draws a shit ton of fouls. Anthony Robinson is fast enough to keep up with Gordon. He just doesn't look coordinated when he runs and loves to get forward. So I don't know. I think Lando saves might be a look as well if you can get that market. I only get it on FanDuel, no free ads, but yeah, this is probably my favorite game. Between this one and the Tottenham Brentford game, I think they're going to be the most competitive ones, and the teams that I like a little bit more, I think are going to perform better. Tottenham's kind of on the ropes right now, and they're at home, so I expect them to go out and get a win, and they should come out hot. But also, I've seen Brentford throw a couple daggers into big teams like this. Like, I watched them beat the shit out of Man U.
They doubled City last year.
Yeah,
weren't they the only team to double City?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, well, no, technically Arsenal tied them twice.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Are we counting that as a double? Because you might in the Premier League with the team that won the league 5 years in a row now.
I was going to say, I think Brentford won outright both games last year.
Oh, shit.
I think they went into City's crib and then defended the home turf. So, yeah, big game Brentford is definitely a thing. That's why I'm backing them to get a goal here. And I just don't really see how there's not 3 goals in this game. These are two teams that are all about going forward and playing fast. So I really don't see how there's not 2 goals here. Anyway, as we continue talking, please be sure to like and subscribe right here on YouTube. It costs you guys absolutely nothing. It helps Leg and I out a ton. I don't know. Should we throw together some fucking wanky ass 6-leg fucking parlay?
Are you gonna do a player prop one? Because I have a straight up one already.
I was gonna do a straight up. I'll do a straight up one. You want to do a player prop one?
Well, the straight up one that I have a 4-pick one I already made.
All right.
I went Aston Villa on the money line.
Okay.
Tottenham, Brentford, both teams to score.
Okay.
Newcastle on the money line, Leicester on the money line, and it is plus 1,117 on DraftKings.
Okay, so you went Villa, Newcastle,
Leicester, and then both teams to score in Tottenham, Brentford.
Leicester.
So pretty much just everything good happened to me this morning. Parlay.
Nice. I love it. Both teams to score.
I feel like can you do it to score or assist parlay across multiple games?
Yes, you can. That's the
that would be the
best way to
stupid
do
player one that I'm gonna do. Isak to score assist is plus 100. That's wild.
Yeah, right.
That's fucking wild. I'm actually just gonna take that straight up while I build this parlay. I'll go with that one. I kind of also think that Jamie Vardy's gonna score.
I see. Yeah, I'm all over. Yeah, I mean, I get a chance to tweet. Grab your vodka, grab your Charlie's. Jamie Vardy's throwing a party, so like, I gotta take it.
Yeah, can't blame him. Oh, also, if you are just like, damn, I don't feel like waiting for these games, go to the Bayern Munich game right now and just take whoever the fuck you want on offense. They're playing Werder Bremen, and they did not put in a light lineup. It is their light lineup is Coman, Musiala, Olise with Harry Kane in front of them. That was their rotated lineup. So I'm just saying, if you want to just throw a live prop in on literally any of those guys, I took all 3 of them to score or assist. I'm not touching Harry Kane's number until it goes to a plus sign, even though I'll probably score 3. But
I jumped in on that 4-leg parlay, like team parlay we made of Newcastle, both teams. Newcastle money line, both teams to score here. Leicester money line, and Aston Villa money line. I jumped in with that for $5 with you at like just shy of 12-1 over on DraftKings.
I got the 2,100 plus 4-pick parlay and the player one too.
Yeah, so we're looking as far as the player props. We're looking at Isak to score assist. We're looking at Vardy to score assist. I like Embuemo here.
Yep. Can you guess the last one I did?
What's the last one?
It's in the Liverpool game. Who do you think I took?
Did you take Diaz or did you take
Diaz? Luis Diaz to score assist, Embuemo to score assist, Isak to score assist, and then I took Vardy straight the fuck up. I don't give a shit. I'm about to grab my vodka and my Charlies.
Facts. I'm playing Vardy straight up for a goal as well. So do what you will with that information. If you don't want to make, I'm personally a fan of not mixing your straights with your parlays all the time, but do whatever you want. I'm going to get that in before we get the fuck out of here. But yeah, guys, I don't see any more questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. So I do want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank Leg for being here and postponing his Eggs Benny breakfast plans to do the show. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. If you need an offshore book to bet bookings like I do, check out the sign-up promo code with BetUS down here in the video description. You can follow myself and Leg on all social media platforms, Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Burrow77. He's at A Young Leg. Check out the links for the Discords in the description below. You know the vibes. First half shot data updated each week, including, shots on target, goals, hitting the woodwork, whatever. Differentiate that shit in the spreadsheets. It's a good time. That's all the plugs I got. These are all the matches. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Hopefully next week it's a little skinnier than a 6-game. I should have just left Southampton Ipswich off of the graphics since we only talked about Cameron Archer. That's on me. I'll figure it the fuck out for next week. Anyways, I'm Burr Oaks. Thank you for tuning in. He's A Young Leg. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's win some bets. Catch some tickets. We're fucking out. Doses. We outside.
Wow, Real Sociedad sucks.